Song copyright of Powerwolf. The song is called Demons Are a Girl's Best Friend. I do not own this song. I am not intending for copyright infringement. But that's our song of the week. So, yeah. Our song of the week is by Powerwolf with the song called Demons Are a Girl's Best Friend. What's up, phonies? This is Crazy Pretzel here. It's still Monday, June 7th at it's 10:40 at night right now. It's Monday night, so what better way to spend Monday night than watching pro wrestling? That's right. But I didn't watch WWE Raw because why would I want to rot my brain cells with that garbage? Why would I want to watch I didn't watch any gay EW. Should I watch that? No. I just watched good old NWA. Well, somewhat good old NWA. The show, this episode 23 that I'm reviewing was from March 30th of 2021. I think it was dubbed or it was named The Restart or something. So, that's the episode I'm reviewing. It was better than the week previously, better than that show, but this show we still had some issues on this show. There's still no fans in the building, so we're hearing people yelling stuff and cheering stuff and calling people names and whatnot and blah, 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 and then there's nobody there. So again, who the fuck's saying all this? Are we having hallucinations and delusions? Where are these voices coming from? Are we inside Randy Orton's head? All the voices in his head or something? Or are we like in the head of the old band Tattoo? All the things she said running through my head, all the things she said. Like, where the fuck are we? You know? Where's the people at? Yet we're hearing voices. Anyway. So, and then the other issue on this show, we start off with our same boring commentary team, Joe Galley, Tim Storm, and Velvet Sky. And like I said, I like Tim Storm. He's all right. He plays a very good face as well. I can't ever see the dude being a heel. He's good face. Velvet Sky is gorgeous. They at least kind of cleared up some of the mic worker issues this week. You can actually hear what she was saying a little bit. Still not like ecstatic, commentary from her, but it was all right. Joe Galley, he's all right. I've got no issues with him. So, all right. So the show starts off. We've got some interviewer guy named Kyle Davis, not related to Jonathan Davis from Korn or anything, but so he's interviewing Nick Aldis, the real Rose Heavyweight Champion. Good old Blackberry tea. So, the opening line from Nick Aldis was kind of funny. He says I haven't been serious, but I have to admit something right here that I've never said before. I suffer from a condition that is all I know is how to win or something, and then whoa. So it was kind of funny. I liked it. So he's talking basically. I don't know. Trevor Murdoch comes out to interrupt him. Apparently, Trevor Murdoch is the NWA national champion, but he comes out with no belt on. So, if they didn't say this in the promo, I'd have been clueless if he was champ. So, yeah. So, I don't know. He comes out and, tells Aldis to shut up or whatever. He addresses Chris Adonis, because apparently at their last, pay-per-view or something, Chris Adonis sent him to the hospital for a week or something, and he talks about how he couldn't provide for his family or something, or he wasn't getting a paycheck to provide for his family. He challenges Chris Aldis to a no disqualification match tonight, and he'll put his belt up on the line. And then Nick Aldis interrupts him again and stuff, and says how he doesn't like him, but he says that he's got, believe it or not, they actually have one big, huge thing in common. They were both trained by Harley Race. Then we get the fake cheers in, which, ghosts and spirits and shit, because who the fuck is there? And, but he's like, but you remember the one important lesson Harley Race taught us? He's like, never turn your back on your opponent. And then Chris Adonis comes from behind on Trevor Murdoch and beats him up and throws him into the ring post and beats him up for a good minute or so before the officials come out to, break him up or break it up or whatever. So it was a nice touch, nice little way to open the show. I liked it, gave it a full 1 point, wasn't bad. So my grading scale for NWA is a little different from my usual gay EW. grading scale, grading, whatever. Hey, at least I'm not using a red pen. I was where was I today? I was at like a store. Oh yeah, I was picking up pizza today. So I was picking up pizza, and I had to sign my credit card thing with a red pen. I felt like I was back like in elementary school. Remember how teachers used to grade with the red pens and shit? Yeah. I thought I was back in school. But yeah, so opening segment at one point, no problem. Next, we've got a little backstage segment. This chick named May Valentine, who's kind of hot in my opinion. She's interviewing Aaron Stevens and Kratos, whatever the fuck his name is. They're the tag team champions. Kratos doesn't say a single fucking thing in this little interview promo. I don't even know what this. There was really no point to this. Like, I don't know. May Valentine asks them a question. This jobber named Sal Renaro comes in. But pre-pandemic, there was some like little relationship or friendship between this Sal guy and May. They didn't really address it here at all. I don't know whatever happened to that angle. I don't know if they just dropped it or if she just, told him to fuck off or whatever, or if they probably just dropped it because nobody was acting like a heel in this promo. So, I don't know. So this jobber shows up and basically challenges Aaron Stevens for, he asks him for a tag title shot, and then Aaron Stevens says yes. He's like, remember you're in the big leagues now or something, and that's about it. There was no point to this, so I gave this a quarter point. Quarter point for May Valentine. Why not? She looks good. Aaron Stevens, though, what a waste. I mean, like I said, and you can say what he wants. Oh, he's dedicating the rest of his career to the question mark's memory and whatnot. He should act like he used to with the question mark, though. That would be honoring him more than just saying, I'm going to donate this to you, brother, and then just be like a good guy or whatever. No, dude. Same personality. You know what I'm saying? That would honor him more and make him feel like he's more with you than to not do that. So, yeah. I did not like that. I hate this face turn for Stevens. It's a fucking waste. Anyway. Alright, next we've got Slice Boogie versus Jeremiah Plankett. His name should just be Plankton. He could be like the food that like fish eat or whatever. But, yeah. This was an alright little 5-minute match. Slice Boogie did like an interview last week with May Valentine. I forgot to mention that in my review last week. He's just some dude or whatever, and I can't tell if he's a good guy or a bad guy. He was kind of hitting on May or whatnot, and was like, so what you doing later? I kind of thought that was funny. I can't tell, like, this week though, you watch this match, who the fuck's the good guy, who the fuck's the bad guy? I mean, this match was alright otherwise. I mean, it wasn't anything special. It was a little 5-minute match. Slice had some offense, then Plankton, I want to call him Plankton. We're calling him Plankton. He took over, and then Boogie hit him with a cradle pile driver that Jerry Lynn used to do for a 3 count. It's called the Dead Ass Driver, and he won the match. I gave this a 3 out of 4. It was an alright match for what it was. But like I said, who the fuck's the good guy? And who the hell's the bad guy? And where are they going with Slice Boogie? Like, is he gonna just win some matches and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are they going with this character? Is he a good guy, bad guy? I don't know. He's just like, I don't know. He seems like a sort of a, and I don't want to say black wrestler, but he seems like sort of a cocky black wrestler that likes to, party or something. But we don't really see that out of him. At least I haven't seen much of it. It's like I said, this is the second time I've seen this dude. Who the fuck is he? Like, I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but yeah. But that was alright. This next match was not alright. This next match was Brodus Clay. Well, his wrestler name is Tyrus, but yeah. Fuck it. Brodus Clay versus Matthew Mims, who was basically there for job duty in this. Apparently, Austin Idol is managing Brodus Clay. And for some reason, before the match even started, like, Austin Idol came out with Brodus Clay, and they were, like, in front of the commentators. And, like, I don't even know, like Brodus was saying something to Joe, like, sort of menacing him or something. And then Tim Storm looked at Velvet. He's like, hey, maybe you better get out of here for your safety or something. Like, yeah, dude, really? In 2021, a man's gonna strike a woman on TV or whatever and fucking like, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen. But whatever happened to Velvet Sky, she completely was gone the rest of the show. So I don't know if she ended up in a vortex or something. I mean, or she was that fucking scared of Brodus Clay and Austin Idol, who's probably like 70 years old, that she just completely decided to hightail out of the arena for the rest of the show. Where the fuck did she go? But anyway, a vortex. It's clear she went to a vortex, but alright. So this next match, at first I thought the announcer said this was a 3-minute time limit, but then I was wrong and it was 30 minutes. I actually rewound it to time it. It was a 5-minute match. So it was Brodus Clay versus Matthew Mims, or Tyrus. This match, Brodus Clay hit like one nice move, a T-bone suplex. It was a nice move he did, and that was it. The rest of it, his finishing move was terrible. They called it the Nuff Said, apparently. And, alright, so you remember Meng in WCW. His finishing move was the Tonga Death Grip. He'd be like, the guy would fucking like pass out, or get a 3 count or whatever, He'd go right for the fucking carotid artery and, the guy would go down or something. It was a cool move, right? So he fucking does this move to Matthew Mims. He starts to like grab him with it, but then ends up like choke slamming him, but then has this move on him and it wasn't even like that impressive of a choke slam. It was just a choke slam with this fucking move. Like, that's his finishing move? Like, you're just doing Meng injustice, man. I mean, seriously. Meng's move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just went into a seizure from that move. But, yeah. So I gave this match a 1 out of 4. It was, bleh. You really they must be really desperate for wrestlers if they're getting fucking Brodus Clay in this company. Alright, next we've got, Fred Rosser, Darren Young. Fred Rosser. Like I said, I corrected myself. It was Darren Young last week. So it's supposed to be Pope versus Fred Rosser for the television title in the main event of the show, right? They advertised it like that. 1 second. A little refresher. So they advertised it like that and decided that the match is going to happen next week or the next episode because they got an announcement that the main event is going to be Trevor Murdoch versus Chris Adonis for the national championship. And a no disqualification, no time limit, no count out match or whatever. So, yeah, that kind of made me mad. So I'm already taking a quarter point off for the segment as it was. And I also just found this kind of weird. You have like both guys right next to each other getting interviewed. Fred Rosser says, it's like, you can't handle me. I'm the original primetime player or whatever and whatnot. It was all right. And then Pope said something back to him. It was short and sweet. Like, it was all right. But like I would have given this a 0.5 point. But because of false advertisement, and gee, I wonder what company does all kinds of false advertising. Oh, I don't know. WWE used to fucking do that shit? Yeah. So this got a 0.5 point overall. I would have given this a 3/4 point, but because of false advertisement, 0.5 point. Fuck false advertisement. Alright, next we've got this tag team match, which was surprisingly entertaining. Was Thunder Rosa and Gracia, the chick that got kicked the crap out of by Camille last week. She's actually kind of cute. It was those two versus Sky Blue, I don't know who she is, and Jenna Side, Jennacide. Melina was on commentary because, like I said, Velvet Sky fell into a vortex and disappeared. So this was actually a decent tag team match. I don't know if it's because, like, this is the first, this wasn't the first tag team match I've seen. I watched the 6-man last week. Or not last week, but the last episode. But maybe it's just because, this is the first, tag team match of current wrestling I've seen in a while. But I was entertained by this. You had, Thunder Rosa and Gracia were on offense for a while. They did some double team. Thunder Rosa was pinning, I think she was pinning Sky Blue. Gracia was still in the ring. The refs, stopped counting for a second to make sure to get Gracia out of the ring. The ref actually was officiating a fucking match properly. Wow. So I appreciated that. Match was a little bit back and forth. Eventually, like, it was Sky Blue beating up Gracia for a while till Thunder Rosa got the hot tag in. I didn't really pay any attention to what Melina was saying on commentary. I don't know. They're doing some storyline with her and Thunder Rosa, basically, because like Thunder Rosa doesn't want her help or doesn't want her to be her manager or something. I don't know. Because I guess Melina's injured right now until she can come back in the ring, supposedly. At least that's what they said on the show. But, so like I said, Thunder Rosa got the hot tag in. She's beating up Genocide, and I like Thunder Rosa, but there's one move I gotta point out in this match that looked like shit. So, like, you know how The Miz does, like, that running into the ropes clothesline of his? Like, where he, like, hits the guy with the clothesline, but he's still, like, sitting on the middle rope doing it? Well, she did that to Genocide, but she's, like, she does that, then she's, like, just doing this, like, repeatedly, like, with some very terrible-looking clotheslines. I'm sorry, I gotta point that out, but, yeah. So, match got a little bit interesting, because on the outside, like, when the ref, like, you know, wasn't paying attention, Sky Blue threw Gracia, like, into the turnbuckle and whatnot, you know, threw her into the post and knocked her out or whatever. So I was like, oh, wow, we're going to get, like, the jobber team to win or something, right? I was kind of, like, intrigued what was going to go on. Next thing we get Camille running into the ring, spearing Thunder Rosa, causing a disqualification. Holy shit, a disqualification in pro wrestling? Yeah, exactly. And we furthered a storyline with that. And we had a stare down at the end because Genocide is like, she's kind of a big chick. She's like, because Camille is kind of tall, Genocide is kind of tall. They both had a stare down at it, and then that was the end of it. So you intrigued me with like a storyline, progressing a storyline, and you had two women that are like fucking tall as hell, like, you know, staring each other down or whatever. Now, you know Camille's going to beat Genocide if they have a match because Camille's #1 contender for the title, but still, you actually kind of intrigued me a little bit, and I appreciate that. Full 1 point. I kind of liked this. Like I said, I'm not one of those dudes that's going to be like, oh, women's wrestling is the best. We have to watch it. We have to respect it. Whatnot. You know, like WWE shoves it down your throat. AEW shoves it down your throat. No, this was actually decent. Like, I liked this. I hate the, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. I'm shocked that I enjoyed that. So, all right, and then in the main event, and this also kind of shocked me, we had, it was I keep wanting to say Adonis. I think it's just, yeah, it's Chris Adonis versus Trevor Murdoch, NWA National Championship. No DQ, no countout, you know, no time limit, blah, blah, blah. This match was like basically a squash match, which really shocked me. I figured, because like Trevor Murdoch came out with a neck brace on, which is kind of funny, and he got the shit kicked out of him. Nick Aldis fucking like jumped him and was fucking like, you know, punching him in the chest by his neck, you know, holds, elbows to the neck, slammed him on the concrete, with, you know, and he just was working on the neck like the whole time, all the stops the whole time, whatnot. And freaking, like, Murdoch got, like, no offense in. The finish of the match was, like, he first put him, like, in the master lock, swung him around a few times, then full Nelson slammed him to the ground, then put him back up, and put him back in the fucking master lock again, and then he passed out. And it wasn't even like, you know how WWE used to do, like, what? Ring the bell! You know what I'm saying? They did it the full 3 times, and he was out. Like I said, I don't hate Trevor Murdoch. I'm neutral on the guy. Like, I don't like the guy, love the guy, but I don't hate the guy. Like, I'm just kind of like, with him. But I was just shocked to see, like, this is like your champion or whatever, and he just got, like, completely destroyed by Chris Adonis. Like, I was shocked to see that. So, I mean, I appreciate them making Chris Adonis look kind of strong. So, like I said, like, you know, I watched Backlash 2006. They had Carlito versus Chris Masters, and I'm like, yeah, it's a shame they never, like, these two guys weren't, like, you know, future, like, I don't want to say, they both deserve to be future world champions or whatnot, but if I'd have saw, like, back in 2006 how the fucking wrestling was going to turn out to be now, shit, they could have been fucking world champs if they were booked right. So, yeah, it was nice to see him look strong. So, overall, oh, fuck. And I completely forgot to do Babe of the Week. We got to give her props. Our Babe of the Week this week is Olivia Brower. that's our babe of the week. 2 thumbs up on her. So overall, this show got a 4.75 out of 7 possible points. It got a 68%. It's a D. The show still needs a little bit of improvement, but it was better than last week. So, almost a C. So close to a C. But hey, better than AEW. They don't even get above 50%. And then WWE, not even above 50% either. So fuck it. So NWA beats them all. And if you don't like that, you can kiss my ass. So, alright, thanks for watching my video. I hope you all are doing well. Have a good one. Peace.